We have been hearing from the Bush administration ever since these attacks on the U.S. that getting Osama bin Laden will not bring the campaign against terrorism to an end. And anyone who's worked overseas certainly knows that is true. Tonight we're going to take a closer look at someone the U.S. calls the second most wanted man in the world. His name is Ayman al Zawahiri. He is a 50-year-old Egyptian doctor. Our investigative unit, which has been studying al-Qaeda for years, says that al Zawahiri is responsible for the organization's ideology and direction. ABC's Jim Wooten reports tonight from Cairo.
This is Ayman al Zawahiri, under a death sentence here in Egypt for terrorism, under U.S. indictment for bombing embassies in Africa. He is Osama bin Laden's right-hand man and probable successor, and regarded by many as smarter and more dangerous than bin Laden himself.
To America and the West, Ayman al Zawahiri is definitely the more dangerous of the two. To Islamic fundamentalists, he is much more important ideologically.
In fact, after U.S. airstrikes against Afghanistan in 1998, it was Zawahiri who told the Muslim world, "The war has begun, Americans should wait for an answer." And this may have been the answer.
It's a long way from the rugged wilderness of Afghanistan to this quiet green neighborhood on the outskirts of Cairo. But that's the journey that Dr. Zawahiri has made. From a family that was pious and peaceful and privileged and prosperous and above all respectable, to a fraternity of violence. A radical transformation that began with two words: Camp David.
For Zawahiri, the 1978 treaty between Egypt and Israel meant Egyptian President Anwar Sadat was a traitor. Sadat was assassinated 20 years ago this week, and Zawahiri was among scores of Muslim fundamentalists implicated in his murder. At their trial, he was defiant.
We are here, the real Islamic front and the real Islamic opposition against Zionism. We are here, the real Islamic front against Zionism, communism, and imperialism.
He grew up in a well-connected Cairo family. One grandfather was a noted Muslim cleric, the other an ambassador. Zawahiri became a surgeon and one of the first upper-class Egyptians to join the country's militant Muslim movement, Islamic Jihad.
We will never forget.
After 3 years in prison, during which he was tortured, he joined bin Laden in Afghanistan in 1986 as his personal physician and his mentor in terrorism.
Ayman al Zawahiri and Osama bin Laden have the same ideology, to defend in their term their religion and their land.
For his cause, he would embrace death more than he would embrace life. He doesn't care if he dies.
There's a $5 million reward for this doctor, trained to save lives, now wanted for killing thousands. Jim Wooten, ABC News, Cairo.
When we come back this evening, a survivor in the first person.